both teachers, and my wife was an art teacher and I was a history teacher.
I was planning for my retirement, and about 8 years before I retired, I went with a friend of mine that lived down in Texas, and I went to school at Texas A&M, and we studied raku. And I spent 2 summers down there learning to make kilns, learning how to fire, and I think that was my purpose. You know, I knew that when I finally got out of the classroom and I just had time to work, that I really wanted to do pottery.
And then we retired, and so after we retired, I had for quite some time done woodworking and turned on the wood lathe. And she kept telling me, oh, if you can turn on the wood lathe, you can throw on the potter's wheel. And I said, I don't think so. And she said, yeah, you can. And we bought a couple of videos. I watched them and I thought, yeah, I probably can do that. And so I tried, and slowly I got a little better, and then I took a workshop or two, and I've been working at it since. I do enjoy it. It's a fun thing.
It's taken Jeff and I about 5 years of making horrible mistakes, making glazes that were just awful, and learning from other artists and going to workshops to personalize what I do, you know, and making it me. It's like we just bounce off each other. And I think that is just what's propelled us to keep trying and working. And I think it's just a common love that we have and a common way of always wanting to get better.
The type of pottery that we do is called raku, and it is, the Japanese came up with it way back when. You select your clay, and then you knead the clay, just like you do biscuit dough, and that helps take the air pockets out of it and put it on the potter's wheel. And of course, then the other thing is that you want to come up with a design or a shape that is pleasing to the eye. And that's where my wife comes in handy, because once in a while I'll do something, or I will say, how you like that? And she'll say, that's awful. And I said, let's start over again, and we'll do something else, and we'll try to work on that more pleasing shape to the eye.
It's just so magical to make this piece and put it into this huge fiery kiln and take it out of the kiln in 30-40 minutes at 1800 degrees and put it in a combustible surface, you know, and just see all these flames and colors start to appear. So the flames are surrounding this piece, and they're actually engulfing that piece, and so the colors change as the heat changes and as the flame changes. So that's really an interesting way of working too.
That is what raku is all about. It is the achievement of color, and as I said in the beginning, sometimes you just get things that just wow, you know, just really sparkle and really are exciting. So I'd have to say that's the thing that's unique about ours.
I just enjoy seeing, you know, I enjoy seeing everything. So it's like I get my inspiration from getting up in the morning and seeing the sun come up till it goes to bed at night, you know. So my inspiration is every day of my life. It's what I live for. It's just to see. It's called horsehair pottery, and actually the horsehair is burned into the piece. So what I do is I paint horses on the piece in what we call the greenware stages, after they've been thrown, after Jeff has thrown them. And then I fire them in the electric kiln and the bisque fire. Then I take them down to my raku kiln at 1200 degrees, take them out, put them on a turntable, that's what we use, and I actually place each individual horsehair onto that piece. And it sizzles and it burns into the piece, and it makes these gorgeous lines that I couldn't draw. There's no way I could have drawn them, you know. Okay, that means I'm done. See, you just got a few, see, it won't even. And so that becomes a part of the piece, and it becomes a natural form that's added to the piece. I think Jeff and I are talking about going really big.
I'd like to get better. I'd like to get bigger in size in Raku.
I think it's what I love about art. I can never be a know-it-all. And I think that's the other thing about art and pottery that's so fascinating. You never know it.